A wild left U-turn in front of that car, almost slammed into that innocent motorist.
Welcome to Viral Twist, a Honda Accord from the 90s running from LAPD. That's like a turtle challenging a cheetah and saying, "Catch me if you can." There's a lot more fun ahead. You'll be shocked when you see it.
This is very, very dangerous. Catching a green light there, but one wrong move, I'm telling you, this guy, he has no regard for anybody's safety here, and he's already hit at least one car. Something tells me this is going to end in a wild collision if he continues traveling at these speeds, upwards of 80 miles per hour westbound on Nordhoff. Fortunately, the street is relatively empty here, and we'll see if he looks for a turn here, maybe a wild U-turn. Now going eastbound Nordhoff, making a U-ey. Eastbound Nordhoff now. Eastbound Nordhoff, slowing down slightly, still. Is this a green light? He's slowing down for traffic here. Slowing down for traffic. We'll see what the intention was, if he intends on getting back on the freeway or if he's lost. Either way, look at him crossing over the double yellow lines, trying to get around some traffic here, and weaving right across all three lanes, just weaving through traffic here, trying to get somewhere in a hurry. But again, all you see here is that LAPD helicopter. There is nobody pursuing this suspect from behind, but obviously he is aware of that spotlight from up above. He knows they are on his tail. This guy is flying down Nordhoff Street. This can't be more than a 40-mile-per-hour speed limit here. Slowing down now, making a right turn. A right turn at Haskell, coming up on Roscoe. Looks like there is a passenger, and look at the way he's handling this vehicle. There was a report that it was a Honda Accord. I want to double check and make sure. It does look like an older model Honda Accord. Wild right, a wild right now southbound on Sepulveda. This person has control of the vehicle, but he's traveling so fast, it's difficult to really, I mean, he's not braking for these turns. He's just making wild right-hand turns, and they appear to be mostly random. Now traveling southbound Sepulveda Boulevard, paralleling the 405 freeway here. This is a late 90s Honda Accord that's already been involved in one collision. He's found a gas station, and we'll see if he just cuts through, or yeah, he's just cutting through traffic here, cutting through that gas station to get back onto Roscoe. Oh! A wild left U-turn in front of that car, almost slammed into that innocent motorist. Almost slammed into that car. That was a close call, and he's got his lights off. Still pushing the pedal to the metal up Van Nuys Boulevard. Northbound Van Nuys Boulevard at a high rate of speed here at 70 miles per hour. Northbound Van Nuys Boulevard. Traffic is light, but it doesn't matter. This is going to end very dangerously. Look at that, somebody crossing the street, slowing down for this intersection. Here in the San Fernando Valley through Panorama City, a stolen Honda Accord driving very recklessly up Osborne Street. LAPD unable to keep up with the suspect, but you do see an occasional night sun there. That's because the helicopter is still trying to track this vehicle despite the speeds and despite the erratic driving. They've been able to maintain a visual. At one point, we lost visual just a few moments ago. As you noticed, he came around that building on Van Nuys Boulevard. Now he's making a turn back onto Van Nuys Boulevard off of Osborne. So he's now back on the northbound side of Van Nuys Boulevard, right near where we were when we lost him. And now he's pulling into a parking lot, probably looking to cut through here, coming back out on Nordhoff Street. Van Nuys and Nordhoff making a left turn now westbound on Nordhoff. Westbound Nordhoff with his headlights off. Again, a stolen vehicle with at least two people inside the vehicle, a driver and a female passenger. Another random turn here, a left turn onto Cedros Avenue. And again, as we were discussing earlier, it certainly appears as though these are all random turns, and there's a good possibility he or they may just jump out of the vehicle here any minute. But at the speeds he was traveling, he had no intention of pulling over for police. He was able to lose them for the most part, but that helicopter is still applying pressure even with the night sun off. He has slowed down dramatically, driving much differently as that car is probably telling him, I'm done, man. I'm done. He's coming to a stop. We'll see if the doors pop open here. Here it goes. Here he goes, dumping the vehicle. Driver and passenger making a run for it off of Roscoe Boulevard through an alley. And northbound Roscoe they go, looking for a hiding spot. That night sun on the two suspects running out of the vehicle into an alleyway. Or is that that might be Brimfield Avenue, but they are now running northbound. Not going to get very far here, but again, with no PD units, they certainly have a chance to hide out or get away here. Flashing the police helicopter, just begging for it, but they're not even running anymore. They're just kind of casually walking away, and I presume that we'll eventually see units pull down here onto Brimfield, but right now, all right, picking up a little more of a jog. Might be police behind them. We'll see here. We'll try and line up with Brimfield Avenue here. They're behind these trees here, continuing to run northbound. And it appears that they're running away from something, which tells me maybe they hear a siren in the distance back there, or maybe they're just, again, just looking for the hiding spot. They appear to have separated. That is the male driver. There's a female behind him somewhere. This guy's running out of steam. We will follow this to the end here and see where he ultimately ends up and if police eventually take him into custody here. He's running along the wash here, parallel with Chase Street. If you're just joining us, this was a chase that has now turned into basically a manhunt here as they try and find those two suspects who ran out of the vehicle, dumping a stolen Honda Accord along Roscoe Boulevard after leading police on a high-speed chase through the San Fernando Valley, at times doing extreme speeds over 100 miles per hour, 110 on the freeway, and even colliding with a couple of vehicles. And now you can see it has ended in a suspect search as they try and track down those two in the backyards of some of these homes. Again, they could be long gone, but right now, LAPD still holding the scene here. They have a perimeter set up with a handful of units right near the area where they last saw the suspect from the helicopter. Again, it was a male and a male driver, a female passenger in that stolen car, and they just dumped the car and went running for it, really toying with the helicopter, even flashing gang signs at the helicopter at one point. But it certainly appears from my vantage point that these two might have very well managed to escape here. They could, for all we know, they really could be anywhere. There could be information that LAPD is working with that leads them to believe that they are still in this area, or perhaps even in one of these houses. But right now, it certainly sounds like they're just kind of searching in the dark. Well, this is a clear indication here that it certainly appears that that helicopter has lost visual. You see the units that have pulled into that house or in that intersection have gone back to their patrol cars, and something tells me, as I mentioned earlier, that this may very well be over. It just took too long, quite frankly, to get units in position here. That's the car, and that's the female passenger. I don't know if it's the female passenger, but it is a female who is now being detained next to the stolen vehicle. So perhaps one person in custody here, and by all accounts, the driver still at large. But they may be able to use her. She may lead them to him. And so that may be how this all ends. He's probably hiding out somewhere here. But for all intents and purposes, this pursuit is over. We hope they can track him down. We obviously want to see both of these two off the street. A dangerous pursuit, putting lots of lives in danger here as they led police on just a wild high-speed chase through the valley, coming to an end here at Roscoe and Brimfield Avenue.